This is Debbie Burns for Time Out for Fitness. We have a special guest with us today. His name is Powell. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, and he's also the educational director for bench aerobics. What is bench aerobics?
Bench aerobics is step climbing or step classes or stair climbing. It's basically a bench or a platform set in the middle of the room, and you climb up and down on it, and you get a great workout. It's like a workout you'll never receive in any other classroom.
Do you incorporate weights with this type of a workout?
We do, and that's part of the program, but my personal belief is that weights aren't necessary. I think that the important thing is the climbing. The legs are the important thing.
So it really gives the legs a workout then?
Yeah, because you have to use all your large muscle groups. Also, you have to lift your center of gravity up and down and up and down and up and down. So that's a lot more weight than you're used to lifting in a traditional aerobics class.
Now, is this the type of a class that a beginner could start in on, or is it more for an advanced student?
The great thing about the class is the platforms are different heights, so that a beginner and an advanced person can be in the same classroom and still get the benefit from the workout.
So, say a beginner comes to class, how high would the step be?
6 inches.
6 inches, and for an advanced student?
10 to 12.
Ooh, so they're going to be using a lot of energy to be picking themselves
They've got
up.
to lift their whole leg. And the music is played slower, so the beats per minute is slower, and that forces you to use your muscle as opposed to momentum.
Okay, so they're really going to feel the muscles work. Cardiovascularly, how does it feel? Are they really at the high end of the scale as far as target?
Yeah, definitely at the high end of the scale, and it's very, very taxing. So a lot of times people have to climb up for the first few times and just step side to side. The first time I did it, I did not make it through the entire class.
Oh, really?
And I think I'm fit.
Oh, and I would say you're very much in shape.
Yeah.
Okay, how long is a bench aerobics type class? Is it an hour class?
It's an hour class, and basically the climbing is about 40 minutes.
I've also seen that with these step type classes that they also utilize that and say that muscle conditioning part of the class, is that done as well?
Well, the wonderful thing about the bench or the step is that it's introduced a platform into the classroom. Before we couldn't do chest work because we didn't have that same range of motion. But now that you have the bench, you really get a lot more stretch in your chest, so it's really enhanced the weight conditioning portion of the aerobics class.
Great, great. Tell us a little bit about your training firm, Body Wishes.
My training firm. It basically is what I call a resource group or a resource family. I have 12 people that work for me, and they all do different things. We have some classes that happen in recreation centers. I have 2 people that work with overweight people in a hospital. I have 2 people that do personal training specifically, and that's all that they do. Some people work in the office. They sell the videotape. We have a new videotape called Technical Knockout that they're really pushing.
I heard this video is really hot.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
It's a funk choreography aerobic workout. So it's a workout videotape, so it's targeted towards the consumer market. It's an hour long. It's all movement. There's no floor work. It's all movement.
Okay, there's a lot of people out there saying, what is funk?
What is funk?
What is funk?
Funk is stylized aerobics choreography, simply put. You take basic steps and you add just a little more spice. You might want to add a little drop. Instead of working on the upbeat of the music, you're working on the downbeat of the music. And it's more like streets. It's what you see on the streets. It's what you see in videotapes. It's what you see on MTV.
Okay, how do people respond in this type of a class? Do they feel awkward at first?
I think the first few classes they feel just a little bit strange, but they really get used to it. It's a type of class that once you do it a few times, you feel like you're really at home and you're dancing. It's no longer jumping or moving, it's dancing. And
so it's not your traditional knee lifts and jumping jacks. And
right. It's mostly low impact. There's a little bit of impact in there, but it's definitely a lot lower in impact, and it's very exciting.
It sounds like a great workout. I'm really looking forward to it. Tell us a little bit about what else you do.
What else do I do? Well, for the last 10 years, I've been teaching fitness classes. I weighed 250 pounds, and I lost 90 pounds at age 19 and started to exercise. So exercise was a whole new thing for me. I've never taken it.
So in other words, the first 19 of your life,
Nothing. No movement whatsoever.
No high school sports?
Nothing.
Well, what happened? What inspired you to make this change?
I moved to California and everyone was exercising. It was like everyone was hyper. Everyone wanted to run or walk or jog or do something. And one day a friend of mine said, let's run. And I ran and I started running one day, and next thing I knew, 6 months later I was running 5 miles a day. And then
So you started off with a buddy.
Yeah, I started off with a buddy.
That's one point I want to make. If there's anybody out there that wants to get themselves involved in a fitness program,
get a buddy.
Get a buddy. Because then you egg each other on. Come on. One doesn't feel like doing it, the other one say, come on, let's do it.
Well, it was a girlfriend of mine. She told me I had a little boy's body, and that was it. I decided it was time to exercise.
And so, what from there? You got yourself in shape?
So then one day she said, let's go to an aerobics class. And she thought she was going to make me look like a geek. Well, she turned out to look like the geek, and I had a good time.
So then you came on to be an instructor?
I came on 2 weeks later. Someone said, "Oh, you should teach." I said, "Oh, I'll give it a shot. I'll do anything once." I thought I'd do it for a laugh because I had a job. I was an accountant for our public utility. I worked there for 6 years. Had no intention of being an aerobic instructor full time, and I did it, and I liked it, and then people liked me, and so it made me like it more, and it just sort of snowballed. And 10 years later, here I am.
Here you are. Quite a change then.
Yeah.
Where do you see the industry going during the next?
I see the industry going into more. People aren't worried about what they look like. They're more concerned about what they feel like.
What they feel like.
Yeah, what they
right.
feel like on the inside. Because once you feel good on the outside, the inside is bound to follow.
Right.
And I think that people are going to stop focusing on, oh, well, look at this bulge I have here, or oh, I have a little bit of wiggle here, and they're going to really start to focus on the inside. How are they feeling?
Right.
How's exercise making them feel? How they feel about the rest of their life.
I really like that point because I think what we have done during the past 15 to 20 years is look at the cover of the magazine and say, I want to work out because I want to look like that,
Right.
and
Yeah.
this is so much healthier,
Yeah.
so much better. Do you have any tips for anybody out there? I mean, that story is quite inspirational as far as, you never worked out, but I want you to try to motivate some of our people at home.
If I was to write a slogan myself, it would be just do it. Get out there, do it. Try walking first. Do walking for a while. Find the exercise that's right for you, because most people fail because they think that the one exercise they try is the only exercise. And it's easy to say, oh, I didn't like that, I'm not going to exercise, but keep looking because there's something out there that's meant for you. And when you find what's meant for you like I did, then you're on your road.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carl, for being with us today. And we're looking forward to seeing that video out on the shelf.
Out on the shelf.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.